Hey everyone, happy
Welcome
Sunday.
back.
Welcome to Real Life.
It's always now.
2.0. It is always now. And oh
So
my goodness.
excited for today.
Whew, so many things came up as per the usual.
Yep. We got
And
a lot
so,
to say.
yeah, we do have a lot to say. So the pick me detox.
Pick me
A
detox.
lot of women can probably relate to this, or
pick me.
maybe we all need this detox. How we stopped shrinking to be chosen.
Basically, I am really big. I can't get like tinier. I'm just sorry. I can't. So how I've had to shrink myself down into some kind of format, into some kind of person. Oh, I'm not too hard to deal with. Oh, I don't need much. I'm a cactus. I don't need watered very often at all. Like, just give me a little bit of attention now and then. And like all of that shit that we would play and try to figure out how men work to try to get them to like us.
All those like dating videos where you are like learning how to please men. Like, what's up with that?
Oh, it's the total opposite of what you really need to be in order to get a high quality
If we actually look at nature, aren't they the ones who are supposed to be like performing?
Look at
for us?
turkeys. Turkeys, they just sit around and they eat grass or whatever the F they eat. And the male turkeys are the ones like showing their feathers and like trying to get her attention and she's like, I don't care. This is really good food. And that's the more that I own my femininity in that way, the better I feel. The less emotionally reactive I am to whether or not someone is showing up for my expectations of what they should be doing or not. Because it's not about lowering our expectations, it's about letting those people rise to our expectations. And how do you do that? You quit trying to mold and bend yourself to be something that you're not, so that someone will
remove your
pick
energy. You just remove your energy. You don't need to tell someone you're good enough. You don't need to prove you're good enough. And I don't know. I mean, I definitely have desires.
We all do.
Definitely have learned that even if I really love and like a man, like the best thing I can do is
sit back,
speak my truth, and sit back and watch the show unfold. And if they are for you, if they are meant for you, they will naturally rise to the occasion, as you said. And if not, you have better things to do with your time. Like you could be like, oh my gosh, we always forget to bring it. You could be cleansing your blood so that you can up-level your frequency in your life. You could be learning how to, I don't know, do any type of passion. Any type of passion.
Stare at the clouds passing by. Like whatever floats your boat.
Except for pining over a man or extending him energy that he does not even deserve.
Giving him greater importance than other things in your life. Those are the things that turn you into the pick me girl. And why do you want to be picked? Well, I know this so well. My insecurity, the deep, dark shadow wound of childhood that constantly caused me to search for and look for and pine for and want a relationship more than I wanted my own mental health and sanity. And every time I would choose someone that was way beneath the standards of what I would need to be in a fucking solid, equally yoked relationship. And every time I was scraping myself up off the fucking ground, setting me further and further back away from my achievements, my goals, my whatever, my mental health, my physical health and well-being. It's done. And I understand why. Like, I understand why I was doing that. It was because I was so, what's the word? Like, I don't want to be mean to myself and be like, you were so insecure, you know?
Well, I mean, every
so
category in life, this is something I came across this week, every category in life is designed to test if you'll finally pick yourself. Every time you do, you close a karmic loop and move one step closer to sovereignty. A majority of romantic situations test if you will betray your standards just to feel chosen. Just like family dynamics usually test if you'll abandon your boundaries just to keep the peace. And so we consistently are being given, I don't know if I like the word tested, but we're given opportunities to up-level our life in our awareness of what is truly authentic to us, which leads us to the next topic of like, are you wearing masks to fit in with your family dynamic? Are you lowering your standards just to be in a romantic relationship to feel chosen?
Oh, don't even get me started. So the big manifestation world, the law of attraction and all of that, literally causes people to go into this self-delusional aspect of themselves, thinking that they need to become something different than who they are in order to have what they want. And the reality is that you need to do less in order to have what you want, because when you are trying so hard, I know this because I know from experience, trying so hard to be the woman that someone would want, that I became inauthentically myself. I would say anything like, yeah, maybe I just want to be polyamorous too. You know, like, and like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, and now, we're talking about polyamory.
Hey, no shade on polyamory. I've learned a lot through polyamory, and I'm not even going to say that I'm averted to it now.
I would say things like, yeah, I really want to be like, kinky with women, or like anything that I would think that they would want, or yes, I really want to travel the world too, and like do just that on Bali, and like I would just like whatever they wanted me to be, I thought I would try to be. It's exhausting. And so when you're trying to manifest something and you try to pull yourself out of who you really are to get it, you become inauthentic, and people can feel that vibe, and that vibe is so icky. And this is what it comes down to, girl. Like, I don't want to be unattracted to myself, because when I'm behaving that way, I feel unattractive to myself.
Well, there's a great book called Calling in the One, and guess what? That one is you. That one is you. And actually, when you come into alignment with the deepest desire of self, that's usually actually when a divine counterpart who also mirrors that back to you steps into your vortex.
Love it.
So the power of now, unfiltered authenticity is the highest frequency. Love is not the highest frequency, actually authenticity. This is actually scientifically proven that in science, they did some sort of like study. Actually, I'll post the video in the comments. But the moments in which somebody was being authentic, in which they were telling a story and they were relating an authentic moment, it actually the frequency registered much higher than even feelings of love or joy or things like that. So truly, you want to manifest? Be your authentic self.
Bingo! Because we were taught that our thoughts become things, and that we should always be on some high-flying disc, not to quote some, magical being that touted herself as like this, Abraham Hicks. It's all nonsense, because if you're trying to tell yourself that you shouldn't feel a certain way, you're being inauthentic, which, based on the science, your vibe is what determines what is in your life. Why is that?
Your vibe attracts your tribe, your vibe, like all of your outward surroundings.
I crave authenticity. I crave authenticity more than I would rather someone come up to me and be like, you know what, actually, I fucking hate you more. I would crave that. I would crave that more than someone being like, hi, I love you, let's hang out sometime. And then they turn around, they're like, oh my God, I hate her. I would rather you come to me and just be like, this is why I don't like you, versus this fake nonsense.
There's a lot of that. Let's hang out and I'll never see you again.
Well, I was having this conversation.
Except at the co-op.
How do you...
and then I have to hide behind the apples.
How do you do that though? How do you really truly be authentic? You almost have to not care that you hurt people's feelings, because it does end up hurting someone's feelings. But it hurts my feelings more, the fakey, nicey thing.
Well, and I think we talked about this before. Boundaries can feel like aggression if you're used to being a people pleaser. So truly, there are actual gracious, compassionate ways to just fully stand in your no of actually, no, I actually don't want to hang out with you. And I don't even need to give a reason for that, actually.
Because you're choosing authenticity over people pleasing or wanting to be something that you're not.
Truly. And actually, if people are really honest, they actually appreciate true, authentic integrity far more than they appreciate any of your any type of fake praise yeah, I want to hang out with you, but I really don't want to hang out with you. So often we get put in situations, once again, where we get to decide, am I going to be truly authentically myself, or am I going to wear a mask?
Well, I've been finding that lately in relationships. I've been dating and I've been doing the swipe thing, which I'm treating it kind of like a full-time job, maybe not a full-time, but like a part-time job that I'm really dedicated to. That's what dating
actually does become, which is why I don't
I'm just I'm used to just kind of going on there and and trying to find someone, and then, it doesn't work out. And I'm like, nope, keep going, girl, keep going. And what I've found is that I think the most nourishing thing for myself is to be what we would call, quote, polyamorous. Because I've been so dead set against it, and she's been the one that's all like, yeah, I'll have multiple men that I'm in love with, whatever. And
except it's actually never happened.
but what I really truly
it's
want,
never happened in that actually I got my desires in that realm, but hey.
What I really truly want is that lifetime, long-term committed thing. But what I'm tired of doing is committing my full energy and heart
to
one man who turns out to just be a bunch of talk and a lot of steam. Because they will say goddamn near anything in the beginning that you want to hear in order to like be with you until you realize that that wasn't actually true.
You know, soak some of that yummy feminine eros energy into
For sure. And I've been told that before. I guess I love your femininity, and I'm just like, oh my God, no. So I'm going to dole out my femininity where it feels like the energy is being reciprocated until I finally, have someone that's like, look, girl, I don't want you to be with anyone else but me. And I've been showing up for you and showing myself my true value and worth. Like, I want to put a ring on your finger to signify that you are so fucking valuable to me. And until then, great. I'm going to have multiple people I'm talking to, maybe multiple lovers. I don't know. I'm not there yet. That's kind of weird for me, but I'm open to it because I'm tired of investing my energy.
Well, and so we talked about this too, like circling back to the whole expectations and relationships, whether it's polyamorous, whether it's monogamous, or any type of something in between. Agreements, expectations and agreements are so important. If you are going to embark on any sort of journey with anyone, I think it's important that you have very clear, delineated agreements and expectations, no matter, even if it's a casual relationship, because no matter how casual or serious a relationship is, we'll somehow always circle into that loop of like expectation, but we haven't actually used our voice to speak what those are and to make agreements with the person. So then we actually hold them accountable to something that they didn't ever actually agree to.
Which means you have to step out of victimhood and actually realize that you have needs, wants, desires that aren't being fulfilled, instead of that person being your perpetrator causing the pain and suffering within you. You get to choose and decide, and if that person doesn't want to willingly show up and give what you're asking for, you get to retract your energy. And it's so much more simple than I thought it was. It's literally just stepping back, focusing back on my incredibly full and busy, beautiful life, and not putting them in any importance level at all.
You get to take your power back. You get to take your power back.
And how does that actually benefit you? It's you are investing more than you should be.
And in every moment, we get to choose to have our own power or to give it away, because that's what living outside of the present moment always is actually relinquishing your power to some thought, fantasy, something that is actually outside of the moment in which you are in.
Yep, bingo. So if that person is pulling you out of your present moment, you're allowing that to happen. You're allowing that person to fill up the space in your life when they don't deserve it because they're not showing up. Then you get to fill that space back in with your own self. And it's really uncomfortable. I've been like what they would call anxiously attached my whole life. And so I've had to really figure out how to fill in that space, but I've become so busy and so aware of how much I love my life and myself and everyone in it that
anyone else is an added bonus.
It's like a tipping scale, like you to the point where you like your life so much, and I love the people I'm around so much.
They should be an added bonus. If they're not an added bonus, then get the fuck away from me.
No, for real, because it's a bad thing. It's not a win-win. It's a bad thing for everyone. And so how does that bring us to the next topic?
Well, so
it becomes a great task of a man to become your best friend instead of someone that you just allow in because you're a pick-me girl and you're just letting them come in.
Because we all know great sex is, I don't know. Great sex actually, I don't think is easy to come by.
I don't know. I go back and forth on that. Great sex,
great friendship, all of these things seem to be evasive with men, but
it's always great for me because I make it great, but it's not always. Anyway, that's like too personal for me. I can't go there. Like, we'll have
people hate it when we get personal.
Well, because I don't want to talk about my own sex life and how it's good or bad or whatever. Like, it's up to you to create your own joy and happiness. My mom used to say that to me, and it used to piss me off, but it's true. It's up to you to create good sex. And if you're not using your voice again to say, this is what I like, I like that, then it's on you. Honestly, though, there are a few things like premature, that makes it very hard.
Which I think a lot of men actually are challenged by.
Very hard to deal with because they are not doing the work at home by themselves, with themselves to overcome that urge.
For
that
sure,
instant
but
gratification
it actually
urge.
even bleeds beyond even just the physical 3D sexual act. It's the actual showing up in their actual everyday lives that even gives them the power and the control to even be able to have that type of physical control and connection and lasting and all of
that's
the
a whole other topic. If you want to hear more about that, let's do that one
we'll do that on the Substack private. Actually, we're gonna start recording on Substack.
I love all you here. Hi, Ren. We love you too. Oh, it's Lauren.
Well, I mean, I think she goes
Renlen. Lauren.
Renlen. We love you, Lauren. Actually, we would love to invite you on. We should do like a 3-way chat.
I know we've been talking about that, bringing some people on.
But so circling back to like the sex and the friendship and all of that, like I think that is what is missing. So I don't forget who it was, but Mahala
don't
shared.
You think great sex comes from great friendship?
It does actually. It really does. Like because when you have a great friend, you feel comfortable to use your voice, to speak your truth, to speak your needs without fearing that they're going to shame or judge you or get defensive, which is generally what happens in relationships.
Yes.
I feel with men is that there's this defensiveness that comes up and then the attack.
This guy I used to date was like, every time I would ask a question, like, why is that basket over there? He would be like, well, I thought it would be a good idea. And I was just like, whoa, you don't need to like, I just asked because I was gonna move it and I didn't want to move it if you had it like for a reason. Like maybe there's, I don't know. It was just like such deep, insecure, wounding, shame, guilt, whatever, that it makes it hard to connect with men on a friendship level. So when you move the train forward, you put the cart before the horse and you start having sex with this person before you're a friend, it's like, okay, Russian roulette, let's find out what kind of person is this. And it's scary, to be honest, how I've put myself in situations where the person was actually violent. I've been shoved. I've been screamed at. I've been physically hurt. Almost broke my finger. Like there's been so many not to mention the fucking mental emotional shit that I have put myself through by not doing this test first. How do you show up? How do you show up? And I withdraw my energy.
It's all about the power of showing up. And then you get to decide, are people showing up in the ways in which you like for people to show up for you? And if they're not, are you using your voice? And if they're not actually listening to your voice, then maybe they actually don't give a shit and you should probably say bye. Mm-hmm. So on that note,
keep up leveling.
I mean, and that's what Real Raw Life 2.0 is all about.
5-year journey of up-leveling.
I think it's been longer than that. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, since we quit doing videos of the 1.0 version, I think it's been 5 years.
For 1 year, for those of you who didn't watch us in the very beginning, we did this for 1 year straight. Every week we did one episode for 1 year straight back in 2000.
We did almost 100 videos.
I think it was in 2018. It was in 2018 is when we did it.
I think around pandemic
right
times
before I got pregnant, then we stopped.
Oh, it was around 2020.
We stopped when I got pregnant, I think.
Yeah.
But here we are.
The growth, the up-leveling from that time to now is just out of this world insane. Like I can't even believe it.
For one, look at, I cleansed my blood. My skin is like glowing and radiating. You are well on your way. You're only like in month 3.
Hey girl.
I don't think you're only in like month 3. Where are you at, right? Like
I'm only in my 2nd month.
You're only in your 2nd month. See, the up level, I mean, I can't wait to see where I'm in a year from now. Like truly,
all from plants.
The Kundalini yoga, the blood upgrade, the tantric dance. Like I could share so many different things that have up leveled my life. And then of course you have to circle back to your relationships. The biggest up level you can have is getting rid of those toxic relationships that are causing your cortisol to spike, that are causing massive amounts of dysregulation in your system. Because I actually just heard on this amazing podcast episode, the number one dis-ease on this planet is imbalance. That is truly the cause of dis-ease, is imbalance. It's like a dysregulated nervous system with an overwhelm of fear, anxiety, depression. Whereas like joy and happiness and authenticity, all of these things, they actually emit a frequency that is healing you. So you can do all the supplements you want, and truly like the blood cleanser, which isn't really even a blood cleanser, it's food, it's nourishment, it's the finest, cleanest, purest nutrition. And so it's nourishing your body. Right. So truly when you actually nourish your body, your frequency expands and raises, and then that which is not vibrating at your frequency naturally starts to fall away.
It's the frequency. I love when we use this like word frequency, but it's actually the ability for you to think clearly. Like I'm able to think clearly and make decisions and see things clearly way more than I used to. I used to feel like kind of like lost in a fog sometimes, you know, where you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Now I just feel so clear and direct. I watch my body move towards this thing or make this decision and go in that direction. I don't even second guess it. It's just a fuck yes or no. It's really simple. Really simple. Yeah, and that's it. And this up level, the constant up leveling. The mind is so powerful. You choose what you want to see by looking out there in the world and choosing to see. I chose to see white Teslas. I don't see white Teslas very often. I never see them. The next day, I'm behind a white Tesla and the license plate says fun. The next time I was behind a white Tesla, the license plate was literally 3 numbers, 333. And I was just like, what in the fuck? Whoa. So like, what is really happening there? I didn't even have to adjust my beliefs or change my mindset or do any of these things. It was literally just a conscious awareness of, I don't see them very often. Weird. And then now I see them all the time. So
if you're ready to up level your life,
come to my website, One Brave Spirit. Thank you very much for plugging me. One Brave Spirit. I call them hypnotherapy sessions, but they're just powerhouse hypnosis sessions. They go deep dive into the real underlying cause as to why these patterns in your life keep showing up and how to change them with the conscious mind and subconscious mind all on board in the same thing. Dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion.
Truth transcends illusion.
Wow.
And so on that note, I would love to invite you to go to embracewhoyouare.com, and also for your free Vibrancy Reset guide, go to thevibrancyreset.com.
And the Kundalini Challenge. Let's not forget. It's breath
don't forget
work.
the Kundalini Challenge.
It's challenging. It's hard to do. You're literally holding your hands above your head like this, doing these like breathing things, and it's like your mind wants you to stop, but you break through that barrier, and then it translates to all the other areas of your life, and it takes you like 8 minutes.
And when you train your nervous system, you have the ability to be more resilient in moments of chaos, to actually be more clear on what is for you and what is not for you, and to actually have the courage to get the fuck up and walk away when it's not serving you. So we love you, and remember, truth transcends illusion, and you're the chosen one.